Hi, I'm Steve Webb, and this is LifeSpring TV. I have with me Mr. Kenny Metcalf. Kenny is a guy that you need to know, and I'm so glad that I've gotten to know. Long story short, I'm going to let him kind of fill in the blanks, but long story short, Kenny is the guy that introduced Jesus Christ to the members of Stryper before they were Stryper. And he went on to become a keyboard player for the band, toured with the band.
Yeah.
And so Kenny is a former member of Stryper. And he was telling me a story the other day that just absolutely blew me away, and actually what caused this interview. He was telling me how he has a story that really is, in almost every way, a parallel with Job of the Old Testament. And so, Kenny, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and then talk to us about this that's taken place in your life.
All right. Well, I'm Kenny. Hi. And back in the days of around 1978, I met this group of guys. They weren't known as Stryper then. They were Robert Sweet and his brother Michael Sweet, and had a band called the Firestorm Band. This is 1978. And we had all met playing a talent contest, and that was where we all kind of converged for the very first time. Shortly after that talent contest and meeting, the Sweet brothers moved in on the same street that I lived on. And so we became friends, and our friendship started to grow a little bit. I only lived so many houses from them. So time went on. They were playing. They became Rock's Regime, and I was playing with a band called Amulet at the time, and we all were out. You know, they were doing clubs more than me. I was more in rehearsal studios with bands playing and doing smaller little weird gigs, like we played for the Lunatic Society, Crazy Lunatic Society, and we literally pulled up in a limousine, Hollywood premiere kind of thing, and we all get out and they introduce us, and TV cameras, everybody's there, and I mean, you're walking down a red carpet, and then they rush you out the back door and put you in another limousine, and they just had limousines circling the building, you know, with the same people showing up and getting out and coming in as somebody else again. And so I was like, those are the kind of gigs we were playing, while Robert Sweet, they were playing the country club, you know, and Roxy and things like that. So anyways, but I had gone off the deep end and started getting into heavily into drugs and things like that. Well, God got a hold of my life, and when He got a hold of my life, I started to share that with the Sweet brothers. And I've read in the books that have come out from Stryper that the Sweets, they saw the difference, they saw the change in me. So when I came in and I'd start to share with them, you know, who Jesus was and you know, follow Him, they listened to me. And I used to tell my wife, I'll be back in 15 minutes. And those 15 minutes would be like 4 hours later.
Wow.
So I'd go in there. God used to put things in my heart to share with them. And until I delivered that message, it wouldn't leave me. I was like burdened with it. And a lot of the things that I actually told them became prophetic and came to pass. But I didn't know that at the time. It was just, I felt so motivated to have to share something with them about the gospel and about Jesus and whatever the revelation was at the time for them. And so after a year of sharing Christ with them, Lord put it in my heart to go and confront them and say, you're for me or you're against me? You're going to serve me or you're not?
Right.
This day, choose who you're going to serve. Now, one of the things that I had told them that has been published in I don't know how many different ways, the story changes, but I just remember telling them, you guys are a great band. You guys are going to go out and play. People are going to come to your concerts, and they're going to listen. They're going to go away. You know, that was a great concert, but you're just a band.
Right.
Which is now the name of my band.
Just a band, yeah.
Or just another band. But I said, you get the Spirit of the Lord in your life and Him behind you. People who come to the concerts to still think you're great, but the difference is they're going to go away changed because of God showing up. And so that was one of the things that I told them, and actually happened. Now, I had no idea, and this was going to happen. This was just one guy going in and sharing Christ with them. Their conversion had nothing to do with me. So, you know, for Christianity out there that say, well, I won so many souls to the Lord, you didn't win anybody to the Lord.
That's right.
Let's make this perfectly clear. God draws all men unto Himself.
Yes.
So He uses us as a tool to go out and proclaim who he is. But his spirit cultivates their heart.
Yep.
Some water, some reap, some sow.
Yep.
But he's the one that did it. And he was moving in their hearts. So that day that I went in, it was Michael Sweet,
Right.
Oz Fox, and Robert Sweet. Timmy wasn't in the picture at the time. He was being witnessed to by somebody else.
Okay. Tim Gaines.
Tim Gaines. And so they knelt down with me that night and prayed and asked Jesus into their heart, rededicated their lives because they were all in backslidden state.
Okay.
And so, anyways, after that, just things started to happen.